Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, Cande out today, hoping for a return tomorrow. She is actually doing traffic, if you hear her with the traffic reports, but just not up for the full show today. We're looking at about 75 for the high, maybe some rain later tonight. It's kind of breaking up, so you might see a little. It also might not hit in certain spots. Be on the lookout. We are hitting fall this Sunday at 8:44 a.m., says Rich Hoffman from News 12. So we're getting into that time of year, and by the time we get to Sunday, we'll be upper 60s for the high on Sunday. Plenty going on at this radio station. We told you earlier in the hour. A lot of text contests going on. Mitchell Tenpenny is in New York City this Friday, and we have a contest going on. Text the word Mitchell to 631-676-7496, and you got a shot to go. Let's get into a few things going on here. I love this article because, somebody, some kid, I'll call them a kid. I'm an old man, right? So I'll call them a kid. Some kid posted on the internet, hey, people born before the year 2000, what trivial skill do you have that no one uses anymore? And it went viral, and here are some of the best responses. I love this one. What trivial skill do I have that no one uses anymore? Proper grammar and punctuation. That's right. That'll show him. That'll show the kid. That is a sticking point with me. If you're a fan of the show, you understand that. Nothing I hate more than people who write without using the proper grammar and punctuation. The ability to rewind a cassette tape using a pencil. Very well said. Nothing was worse than when you would take the cassette out of the cassette player and the tape would be all over the place, like completely ruined, gone. You couldn't do anything about it. But occasionally, you could get it back in there using a pencil to rewind it. It did work. Writing in cursive, a trivial skill not many people use anymore, but I'll tell you what, there is something special about being able to do that. This one I love. What skill, people born before 2000, what do you have that no one uses anymore? How to use a rotary phone, but not just dial a rotary phone. Dialing it aggressively, right? I'm going core memory right now. I'm going to unlock a core memory. You were angry or you were, just trying to dial fast or whatever the situation was, and you would slam your finger into that stopper, right? As you go number to number and you're rotating oh my God, yes. Dialing a rotary phone aggressively. I do remember that. How to fix CDs that skip. I got to tell you, I don't know how we did that. I know this one, trivial skill we used to use, how to get a game cartridge to work by blowing inside of it, right? Used to do that all the time with Intellivision and some of the other game systems that were out there, for sure. How to refold a paper map. You know what? Most of us who used a paper map back in the day, which, by the way, think about that. How we got places, right? I mean, just think about that for a second. You'd have to actually write down directions. Ask someone for directions. Write them down. Amazing. Now you drive and you see like a bunch of cars going the exact same way as you. You ever do that? I was in East Hampton yesterday for a tennis match, and obviously I had to put maps on to find the school. I don't know the roads and the back roads and stuff out there. And, there's like 50 cars, not for the tennis match, but just in general, right, going to the same area I'm going to. And we're all going down the same, make a left, make a right, and everyone's going the same way. And you just know everyone has their maps on, trying to find their way. So think back to when we had paper maps, not only how to use them, but how to refold them. I don't know that they were that easy to refold. This is a big one. Being able to parallel park without a backup camera. Listen, let me tell all you kids learning how to drive, you are not supposed to parallel park using your backup camera. The backup camera is like an extra added security feature. You want to see how close you are to the car. When you parallel park, you better be turning your head like 180 degrees. Left, right. Please do not just sit there and use the camera. Please, please, please. Another skill we used to have, programming a VCR. The good old days. And this is a funny one. Using the word literally correctly. A lot of the young kids, they overuse that one and never in the right spot. So there's some things from back in the day. All right, speaking of back in the day, this will upset some people. Tupperware is bankrupt. The once popular food storage container launched by Earl Tupper in 1946 after 78 years going bankrupt. Now, they've been struggling for a long time. More competition, right? You go on Amazon, and you don't need Tupperware. There's a million brands sold that will store food. Back in the day, right? Believe this or not, kids, they used to have Tupperware parties where you'd go to someone's house and purchase Tupperware. The good news is they're not fully going away. It's a debt restructuring. They have more, it's crazy, $700 million of debt Tupperware has. They say they're not going away, but the stock price fell to 50 cents after the bankruptcy news hit. Not a good thing. And they are closing some factories, so a sad day for those of you who were, into the Tupperware. I am sorry. And finally, I got one more for you, which just, a man in California, Ken Wilson, lives in an apartment complex. And I thought this was so interesting. He lives alone. He keeps his energy usage real low. And, he's very proud of himself for that. But then he looked at his bill and he said, no, something doesn't add up. This is not right. How is it so high? So he called the energy company. They did some snooping around. Turns out he's been paying the bill on the meter of his, the guy in the apartment, the family in the apartment next to him, and they've been linked to his meter. So he's been paying the bill of a whole family in an apartment while that family's been paying his bill, and he just realized it. No word if he's going to get compensated or what the energy company might do. They are going to fix it up for the next one. Imagine that. He just out of nowhere, he's like, something, I live alone. Why is my energy bill 3 times as high as it should be normally? He's been doing it for quite some time. He finally caught it. So just beware. If something doesn't look right on your home bills, go double check. Make sure it's actually your home or apartment that you're being charged for. Plenty more to do. 8:12, your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment. Later in the 8 o'clock hour, National Days and Good News Stories, and a big article on National Cheeseburger Day, where to find the deals, and also the winning creations in Burger King's $1 million Whopper contest. Which unique creations are in the finals? We'll get into all of that on National Cheeseburger Day. A pretty good day. We'll get up to 75. Could have a touch of rain later. We'll see what happens there. Hit or miss. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.